Good morning. The birds are chirping this morning and I'm just sitting on our porch swing with my two dogs, just living my best life this morning. I wanted to touch base about the Travel Advantage app. I joined the business this summer, and for anybody that knows me, this summer my daughter decided that she wanted to work, and on our visas here in the US she can't work. So she made the decision that she was going to go to back to Canada and work in Lake Louise for the summer. That's where we worked for 6 years, and she wanted that experience. So I took her there and flew back. And then when I went to pick her up at the end of the summer, my daughter has invisible disability. It's called POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and she has hypermobility disorder. And so she struggles with everyday movement, brain function, and can't go to a regular school easily, so does online schooling. Anyways, this is a big step for her because she's got this illness and she has flare-ups every couple days in Texas. And so when I took her into Lake Louise for the summer, I had extra concerns. 16 years old, my baby, and going to live with some friends and work for the summer. So I didn't even know she could hold down a job. Anyways, the summer was spectacular. She was able to work her shifts, and she had very few flare-ups being in the fresh mountain air and the cooler temperatures, and we realized that was really the place for her. So anyways, I went back in September when she was done her job to pick her up, and we had purchased her a car, and so she had a vehicle that we need to bring back to Texas. So I had joined Travel Advantage, and we're very spontaneous travelers when we do that. So we were supposed to go and visit for a couple days and then embark on our trip, and so I never booked hotels or anything like that. But she just wanted to get home, so I was literally in town for 4 hours plus a sleep, and we left at 3:30 the next morning to head back to Texas. It's a 3-day drive, and we were just living our best lives, packed up that car, threw on our music, and shared driving responsibilities. Anyway, so we got to, I think it was Colorado, when we decided we had to call it for the day. We contemplated driving through the night and just getting home and whatnot, but we really needed to take a break. So I jumped onto the Travel Advantage app and I pulled up a hotel close to where we were staying. And the app is really incredible because if you give it the area that you want, it lists things at the deepest discounts and then on. And I was very flexible. I just needed a place to stay, but the deepest discount happened to be a 4-star hotel that we saved over $200 on. I booked it literally 20 minutes before we arrived there and had 0 issues at the reservation counter. And we slept in the next morning because it was such a luxury hotel, and then made it to Texas that same day because we drove straight for another 15 hours and made it home a day early. So that was the first experience. But the second one is by far my favorite. We didn't use it for all-inclusives. We didn't use it for life experiences or the big trips. I'm saving for that. That's coming. But she got back to Texas and she told me that she saved up a bunch of money this summer and she really had to go see her most favorite band in concert. And so of course they're doing just a US tour and just a northern US tour. So of course, like any good mom would do, I jump onto Google and I look up the tour dates and figure out what cities they're playing at when. And then I've got the Travel Advantage app open and I'm checking flights and I'm trying to figure out which state is the cheapest flight to fly to. So we did that, and of course Denver, Colorado was the cheapest at the time. And then we bought concert tickets, of course, and I looked up hotels on the app. And again, same thing. I wanted to be within 5 miles from the concert site because with her illness. She can't do a lot of walking, and so we would Uber everywhere and go from there. So again, 60% off, or the highest savings at the top into the deepest savings. And so I didn't really care, so I just picked the best savings. It turns out it was a 4-star hotel. I saved over $250 for just a one night that we stayed there. And when I got there, we arrived at 8 a.m. and they did an early check-in, no questions asked, no extra money, 0 issues, and it was brilliant. And we ended up saving more on that trip and spending less than the concert tickets themselves. So that's where it was worth it. It's worth the deep savings. It was worth it in that itself. So that you can do a $20 a month option that gets you these savings, but you can also jump into it and do the other savings, which is what attracted it to me. So I put in a monthly amount, and that goes directly into my travel account, and that's mine. So I'm basically paying myself. And then the kicker is that you can pay upfront, one-time fee to upgrade to Turbo. And if you upgrade to Turbo, it doubles what you're putting into your travel account. And it's absolutely a no-brainer. And so I get double every month what I put in, and that comes back to me to use in travel dollars. And then my most favorite part is that if I bring on 3 people to do exactly what I just did, I no longer have to pay that, but I still get the travel money. So absolutely fantastic option. I can't wait. My life experience, I'm using it for some big travel this summer. I'm doing Phoenix, Arizona with my mom, who is doing the exact same thing on the Turbo plan and has racked up those points so we can do it and not have to pay a huge amount of money up front. And then next is we're looking at a Mediterranean cruise, and I have to do a trip with my daughter on her 18th birthday. I am gifting her a membership, and that way it's twofold. She can travel once she graduates with her friends, but she can also go on trips with me. So it's the best graduation present I can think of. She is getting a membership to the Travel Advantage wholesale travel, and selfishly it means that her and I can do some more traveling together, and I love everything about it. So that's our story. Thanks for everybody that jumped in. Hi Megan, hi Sydney, hi Lindsay. Very excited to have some viewers, and that's it. Any questions, please let me know, but I'll post some pictures from that amazing concert below so that you can see what we went through. We dressed up for this concert, and it was definitely one of the best, most exciting experiences of my life, and my mom-daughter moment. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.